Welcome back to 504 Road Trips. Today is our 60-second video in our US Highway 61 series, and we're in Mississippi County, Arkansas. Throughout this video, US 61 is concurrent with the Great River Road and is on a 2-lane highway. We'll be passing through 4 towns over the next 18 miles. We'll be seeing a number of Arkansas state highways that intersect with US 61 along the trip, as we have for the last 2 videos. In each of these cases of 3-digit state highways, these are small sections of disjointed highways that share the same number, with one exception, and I'll mention that later in the video. Arkansas doesn't use any kind of standard numbering convention for its state highways. For the 2-digit routes, odd-numbered highways generally run north to south, and even-numbered highways run east to west, as is to be expected. Arkansas has long had a stigma of poor roads dating from the Arkansas Road Scandal, playing a prominent role in state politics through the 1920s and 1930s, periodic allegations of corruption, waste, and fraud, and a long-running struggle to adequately fund the operation, maintenance, and expansion of a large highway system serving a rural state. The state has received the designation of Worst Roads in America from several publications throughout the 1990s and into the 2000s, with Interstate 30 and Interstate 40 often ranking particularly poor among truckers. A 2000 survey cited the poor condition of rural interstates as well as narrow lanes on rural state highways as areas of concern, ranking Arkansas 47th of the 50 states. A 2011 study found Arkansas's rural highways 4th most in the state's roads overall, the 16th most deadly. On the left is Arkansas Highway 119. Note that there's no concurrency with US Highway 61, but a mile ahead on the right there will be another Highway 119. Arkansas inventories these 2 highways separately. We pass through the small unincorporated community of Driver here. The community is named for Judge William Joshua Driver, who served as a member of the Arkansas legislature in the 1890s and then as a circuit judge in the 2nd Judicial District in the 1910s, and finally as U.S. Representative from Arkansas's 1st Congressional District from 1921 to 1939. We enter the city of Wilson, and the highway is named for the late Cortez Kennedy, a native of Wilson who spent 11 seasons as a defensive tackle with the Seattle Seahawks. Wilson had its origins as a company town for Lee Wilson and Company in 1886. The company began as a logging and sawmill operation and then began to use the cleared land for agriculture. It became the world's largest cotton plantation. The company also employed people to work in Wilson's basic service industries, such as dry cleaning and automobile repair, keeping the standard of living high. All residents of Wilson, except the postmaster and railroad employees, had access to company doctors for $1.25 annually. After Wilson's son and his wife returned from their England honeymoon, enthralled with the Tudor architectural style in 1925, all subsequent public buildings were built with Tudor Revival architecture, including retrofits to all existing public structures. This architecture is still prominent today, and combined with the landscaping, including the deliberate placement of trees, gives this town a look that is distinctive from other nearby towns. The town incorporated in 1959, becoming a town with public roads and municipal government. Homes were sold to the renters living in them, and the town gained access to tax income it was previously excluded from as a company entity. As technology advanced on the farm, fewer employees were needed, and many moved from Wilson to seek other employment. The extensive property holdings of Lee Wilson and Company remained in the Wilson family until 2010. The community has seen a rapid decline in economic activity and population since the advent of mechanization on the farm, reducing the need for manual labor to produce cotton. The city's population was 766 as of the 2020 census, down from a high of 1,191 in 1960. But there's no census data available prior to the incorporation of the town, so the population may have been higher early in the 20th century when Wilson was still a company town. We passed through the town of Bassett, which had a population of 124 as of the 2020 census. Bassett dates back to the 1860s, but it wasn't until 1965 that residents sought to incorporate as a town so they could raise money from local taxes and matching funds from state and federal programs to pave streets, provide water and sewer services, and other infrastructure benefits afforded to incorporated municipalities. We enter the city of Joyner, which is most likely named for a prominent local farmer named Rufus L. Joyner. The city originated as a railroad depot on the St. Louis-San Francisco Railway in the late 19th century. By 1910, Joyner appeared in the Rand McNally Business Atlas and Shipping Guide as the southernmost depot in Mississippi County. A post office opened in Joyner in 1904, and the city was incorporated in 1922. The city had a population of 498 as of the 2020 census. Joyner was the birthplace of Alvin S. Bennett, a record company executive for whom the character Alvin of Alvin and the Chipmunks was named. We conclude today's video at approximately mile 35. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, post a comment, subscribe, share and follow us on social media, and join us for our next 504 road trip.